The third ordinary session of the 2025 legislative year officially opened this Monday, November 3, at the headquarters of the Economic and Social Council in Yaoundé. The solemn ceremony was chaired by the senior vice president of the Senate, Senator Aboubakary Abdoulaye, who represented the Senate President Marcel Nyat-Njifenji. In his opening address, delivered on behalf of the Senate President, Senator Aboubakary Abdoulaye placed the session in a historic context. It comes just days after the Constitutional Council proclaimed the results of the October 12 presidential election, confirming the victory of incumbent President Paul Biya. The Vice President seized the opportunity to extend the Senate's warm congratulations to the head of state, saluting what he described as a peaceful, transparent, and orderly electoral process. He commended the citizens for their sense of civic responsibility, discipline, and attachment to national unity, noting that, despite attempts at provocation, the population demonstrated remarkable political maturity. Senator Aboubakary reaffirmed the Senate's support for the institutions such as the Constitutional Council, the Elections Cameroon Elecam Body, and the Supreme Court, all of which played a key role in guaranteeing stability and constitutional order during the electoral process.
These elections has turned out to produce an elected president. But in the Cameroonian context, there is no winner and there is no loser. So we need to now reconcile ourselves, gather our resources, and of course, work together, build a nation together.
The senior vice president also stressed that the Senate remains fully mobilized to accompany the government in its mission to ensure peace, national cohesion, and the socio-economic development of the country. The Senate vice president reminded lawmakers that the third ordinary session is traditionally devoted to the examination and adoption of the Finance Bill, a document that defines the government's budgetary and economic priorities for the coming year.
This third session is one where we will deliberate on the budget and make sure that the 2026 financial year, the budget is presented in such a way that it meets the aspiration of the Cameroonian people. So that is the exciting part. But perhaps even more important is what happens every 7 years. We have the privilege to be able to watch the swearing in of President Paul Biya, the winner of this year's presidential election.
The Senate called on all political actors to work together for the general interest, stability, and prosperity of Cameroon. With this tone of responsibility and unity, the 2025 legislative year's final session officially gets underway.